I'm starting to get the hang of Viking knit. Hello Live Wires, Heather Boyd Wire here, and today it's Tip Tuesday. Today I'm making these beautiful Viking knit earrings. Inspired by my Viking knit bracelet, made from 26 gauge silver blue artistic wire, using the artistic wire mandrel set and their acrylic draw plate. So without further ado, let's get wired. Today's featured live wire is Mary Kay. Thank you, Mary Kay, for your awesome participation in the 10-day Bracelets to Make, Gift, and Sell challenge, and for sharing your lovely work in the Wire Makers Club on Facebook. For the earrings, I'm using the 1/4 inch size mandrel from the Artistic Wire mandrel set. I'm going to set it up by putting a piece of masking tape on the end, half on, half off the mandrel. There are many different ways you can set the mandrels up for Viking weave. I'll link up my other tutorials in the description below the video. So we'll wind the masking tape around and smooth it down, and we're going to take some straight pins and put them right through the tape. I'm going to use 3 pins, so we're going to space them evenly around the mandrel. And I like having the little pearl end on them. These are about 1 inch size pins. Just poke it through, use what you have. And I tried to put a little stopper on the end of the pins. They ended up falling off, but that's okay. You don't really need them. So I'll get my 26 gauge wire, and we're going to wind it around to get it started. All you do is wind it around each pin, just rotating the mandrel for the starting point for the Viking weave. So keep going. Once we get to the beginning, we'll start our weave. Keep the end of the wire up, bring it around, and then once you're ready, we're going to weave it into that first little crossover. So we want to bring it behind and through. I made the mistake the first time of making more of a crochet weave. This is the official Viking weave. So the little twists will be one below each other instead of staggered. So now we're going to go ahead and keep going around just underneath the pin there and bring it through to the back and then to the front, and gently give it a little tug. You can do these wires a little tighter. A lot of the Viking knits I've seen online seem to have a more tight weave. I did mine a little bit loose. You can experiment with it. Just pull up the wires if you need to get the end underneath and continue. Yeah, see, my little stopper popped off, but that's okay. I didn't poke myself. It's all good. And we're going to keep going around, taking your time with it, not worrying too much if the tension is perfectly even. This mandrel is quite small, but it's good for earrings. Continue with your weave. You can see in this diagram the wrong and the right way to do Viking weave. And I'm going to continue weaving or knitting. Bring it around. And once you have the length done, I used about 3 feet of wire, and we're going to remove it from the mandrel. Just push it right down and off. And we need to make sure those little loops aren't going to come undone, so I'm passing the end of the wire through each loop. Just give it a little push through so it doesn't get kinked. And we want to catch all of those loops, and then we'll pull the end, not too tight. We're just going to pull it up a little bit. And then we're going to start passing it through the draw plate. So wherever it starts being able to go through with ease, and then you're going to have to get your pliers to pull it through. Now the color didn't really rub off. You don't want to go too thin or it might rub off a little bit. There were a couple areas that were a little bit burnished where you could see a teeny bit of silver, but the color did not peel off at all and it looked really good. So pinch the end if you have trouble getting it through, pull it, and then once you're happy with it, you can squeeze it a bit if you need to even it out a little bit or to get it compressed to go through the next one. I decided to go through another time, and so that's a nice little width. And we're just going to finish off the wire. So just bring it through one more time, give it a little pull and clip the end. We want to make a tube that's going to go on a jump ring. So use your round nose pliers to open it up a little bit at the end. And you want to make the bottom even, so you kind of press it against the nylon jaw pliers or your fingernail, whatever you're comfortable with. Push it up a little bit so the bottom is even. And then same on the other side. We want to push our round nose pliers into the tube. Don't poke yourself. Just go gently. Wiggle it back and forth. Try to make it as even as you can. And again, you can just finish off that wire by pulling it through so it won't fray and clip it. Go back in with your pliers to make it even. Rotate it back and forth. Give it a little pinch with the nylon jaw pliers so it's even. Push it up a little bit on the bottom so it's flat. So there's our little tube. Super cool. You can make a bunch of beads like that. And we're going to put a 6mm cat's eye bead, a spacer bead. Spacer bead has a hole, so I'm going to put a little 4mm bead, and it'll sit just inside the tube. So just put that tube on there, just push it right over that little bead. It barely shows, and it'll keep it more stable. Clip the end to about 3/8 to 1/2 inch. Get your round nose or bail making pliers. Bend the wire out and around to make a centered loop and to hold that tube down. I'm using 20 gauge German style wire, which is nickel compliant and safe for your ears, but if your ears are sensitive, use hypoallergenic wire. Take two pieces that are about 1 3/4 inches, turn them together with the bail making pliers. These are the Beadalon 6-step bail making pliers. Bring the wire around into the hook. If it's too big, choose a different area of the bail making pliers. Bring it around and bend the end out just a wee bit of an angle. Clip the ends so they're the same length and flush. And use the burr cup tool wire rounder to soften the end. And there are the finished earrings. Thanks so much for watching the video. Be sure to give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for lots more wire art and jewelry making tutorials. Join the Wire Makers Club on Facebook to share pictures of your wire art and wire jewelry. Hop over to the Wire Lady TV channel every Wednesday at 1:30 p.m. Eastern Time, where I troubleshoot new ideas for wire art and jewelry, and I welcome your ideas and special requests. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you the next time.